Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So, the Koran Interpreted, a translation by A.J. Arberry. And it's important to point out that there's a prostration verse, earth of air, as it could be called. But the prostration verses are 7, 206, 13, 15, 16, 50, 17, 100, 19, 58, 22, 18, 22, 77, 25, 60, 27, 26, 32, 15, 38, 24, 41, 38, 53, 62, 84, 21, 96, 19. And these, you prostrate on the 7 points, the hands, the knees, the toes, and, the center of the forehead. And you glorify, you ask for things. The most common when prostrating in terms of a verse, Sajada wajya alladhi khalaqahu wa sawwarahu wa shaqa samahu wa basarahu tabarakallahu ahsanul khaliqin. And these people should translate everything, but prostrating and my face is towards thee who created it and fashioned it and devised its hearing and its seeing. The blessed are you, God, in the singular and definitive, the best of creators. And in the name of God, the merciful, the compassionate, Aleph Lam Mim. It's the last of those 6 verses that have that. The sending down of the book, wherein no doubt is from the Lord of all being. Or do they say he has forged it? Say not so, it is the truth from thy Lord, that thou mayest warn a people to whom no warner came before thee, that haply so they might be guided. And, sometimes a people has, there's the indirect warning from other nations, but it's sometimes comes that that they should get their own warning. God is he that created the heavens and the earth, and what between them is in 6 days, 6 time periods. Then seated himself upon the throne. God situated the throne, which is more exalted than the footstool, and the footstool is more exalted than the 7 heavens and the earth, and the lowest of the heavens is the one with all the stars and such. So God's situating the throne, but God's not supported with the throne in Islamic theology. Apart from him you have no protector, neither mediator. Will you not remember? He directs the affair from heaven to earth. Then it goes up to him in one day, whose measure is 1,000 years of your counting. He is the knower of the unseen and the visible. He is the knower of the unseen and the visible, the Almighty, the All-Compassionate, who has created all things well. And he originated the creation of man out of clay, then he fashioned his progeny of an extraction of mean water, then he shaped him and breathed his spirit in him, and he appointed for you hearing and sight and hearts. Little thanks you show. And it's not saying that, something that happens with God is like a day equals 1,000 years, or day equals 50,000 years. These are specific references, not saying that the term is always the case or something. They say, what, when we have gone astray in the earth, shall we indeed be in a new creation? Nay, but they disbelieve in the encounter with their Lord. Say, death's angel who has been charged with you shall gather you, then to your Lord you shall be returned. Ah, if thou couldst see the guilty hang their heads before their Lord. Our Lord, we have seen and heard. Now return us that we may do righteousness, for we have sure faith. If we had so willed, we could have given every soul its guidance. But now my word is realized. Assuredly I shall fill Gehenna, hell, with jinn and men altogether. Now taste, for that you Now taste further that you forgot the encounter of this your day. We indeed have forgotten you. Taste the chastisement of eternity for that you were doing. Only those who believe in our signs, who, when they are reminded of them, fall down prostrate and proclaim the praise of their Lord, not waxing proud. Their sides shun their couches as they call on their Lord in fear and hope, and they expend of that we have provided them. No soul knows what comfort is laid up for them secretly as a recompense for that they were doing. What is he who has been a believer like unto him who has been ungodly? They are not equal. As for those who believe in duties of righteousness, there awaits them the gardens of the refuge in hospitality for that they were doing. But as for the ungodly, their refuge shall be the fire. As often as they desire to come forth from it, they shall be restored into it, and it shall be said to them, taste the chastisement of the fire, which you cried lies to. We shall surely let them taste the near chastisement before the greater. Haply so they will return. And who does greater evil than he who is reminded of the signs of his Lord, then turns away from them? We shall take vengeance upon the sinners. Indeed, we gave Moses the book, so be not in doubt concerning the encounter with him, and we appointed it for guidance to the children of Israel, and we appointed from among them leaders guiding by our command when they endured patiently and had sure faith in our signs. Surely thy Lord will distinguish between them on the resurrection day, touching that whereon they were at variance. Surely thy Lord will distinguish between them on the resurrection day, touching that whereon they were at variance. Is it not a guidance to them how many generations we destroyed before them, in whose dwelling places they walk? Surely in that are signs. What will they not hear? Have they not seen how we drive the water to the dry land, and bring forth crops therewith, whereof their cattle and themselves eat? What will they not see? And they also say, when shall be this victory, if you speak truly? Say, on the day of victory their faith shall not profit the unbelievers, nor shall they be respited. So turn thou away from them and wait. They too are waiting. And so I thought I'd share here between 3:12 a.m. at 5:37 a.m. in this spot in the Musalla, I had a dream. I don't really remember much of it. But this dream on the 19th of Ramadan, in the ninth through 12th hours of the night, I guess, or maybe 10th through 12th. I can't think of the exact division right now, but it's like I went through a gray and pink layer. And when I fell through this layer, it wasn't like a floor breaking or anything like this. It was smooth. It was a smooth fall.